Morning, Darrell. First
Morning.
of all, tell me about your latest signing, Jonny Burn.
Jonathan Burn, comes in obviously from Middlesbrough. Very good pedigree. Played obviously a dozen games at Oldham and Kilmarnock, and pleased to bring him on board to add competition for places in the back line.
What kind of defender is he?
Very aggressive, dominant, wants to win, wants to get away with shots. Certainly coming from the North East. I know what the North East lads are like, so put a little bit more aggression into our backline and competition for places.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a good age, great age. We're here to keep moving this club forward, and we've want to get players in a little bit, fresh, a little bit younger, but with a bit of experience in, and he certainly ticks the criteria in that department. And getting the balance of the squad's always right, and having a good mixture of players. In
terms of strengthening your defence in the January transfer window, are you pleased that's the third defender you've signed now?
Well, listen, it's not been rocket science. We haven't, our defensive record this season hasn't been as good as we'd have liked, and sometimes it's a case of bringing in players, and the loan mark I did mention before, and I'd rather have permanence. I'm delighted to bring Jonathan Burn on a permanent. He comes into the club now, and we get working on improving him and fitting him into the ways we go about it.
And do you have to be careful because they're three young players? So
exactly. You're exactly right there. I mean, don't expect too much too early, because I see many players at this club falter. Many players not produce and built up to be, big signings. But for me, it's about him getting used to the football club, about what we're about. He'll quickly adjust to that, and making sure that every time he puts that shirt on, the bare minimum here is 100% effort, and I'm sure he's that sort of character that's going to do that.
Yeah, you did tell me on Saturday 1 or 2 more signings, so could we expect more new faces by the end of next week?
Possibly. I'd like to think maybe 1 or 2 more, to be honest with you. Obviously, I made a decision last week to change a few more things around. That was my decision to get us moving it in the right direction. We're in a very tough competitive league now. We've obviously come forward very, very quickly, and it's now trying to build a squad of a good age to be able to try and compete in the top half of this division.
Yeah, it's brought the average age down, hasn't it?
It has, and he comes in. He's very, very hungry, and boy Ryan Sweeney and Joe Lumley's coming on loan, and they've looked really bright in training and fitted into the group well. But what I must say is that the players I've got at the football club, for me, are an outstanding bunch, and there's a lot more progression in them boys, and we'll keep working on those boys and making sure that we keep moving it right way.
Yeah, how important was it for you to be positive straight after Saturday's game?
Listen, it's one of those things at the minute. I mean, we're giving silly individual mistakes, individual goals away really a lot of the time, which has killed us in why we've probably had a bad run away from home. But that's football. I have massive belief in the players that as soon as we start cutting those errors out, certainly the goals we concede are going to be a lot less, because we're not getting pummeled by any stretch of the imagination. We're having a good decent amount of possession and attempts at the opposition's goal, and for whatever reason, we're just going through a stage where we're getting punished from every mistake. So the lads have got to, show that strength and character, which I know I've got in the changing rooms, and bounce back from that. Because let's use Tom Lockyer as an example. I don't think I've ever worked with a good as a pro Tom is, and now Tom will be a little bit disappointed in 1 or 2 of his appearances this season, but the amount of appearances the lad's played for the football club and the talent he is, I know he'll bounce back, because he's that much of a strong individual and how hard he works. So for me, I'm sure the players that like Tom are maybe not in the form that they can be capable of showing will come out of it the other side because of the characters they are, and I've got massive belief in Tom, as they have loads of the other players, that they'll start cutting out these individual mistakes.
And Tom, is is an ever present, so it wouldn't do him any harm if he was to rest perhaps once in a while.
Listen, you say that, yes, and I know where you're getting from, but it's also the belief of the manager that I have in the lad. He's certainly the last few weeks he's made a few errors, but he's going to get stages of that through his career, as are the other players, where they go through good spells and bad spells. I mean, it's a bit of a crazy environment we're in, isn't it, the footballing world, because let's be honest, you know, a lot said about Matty Taylor, isn't there, over his time at the football club, but nobody wanted him in the strike force to do after 3-4 months. Everybody wanted me to go and get another striker because he weren't scoring the goals. So I have big belief in the players at this club, and I think that's one of the reasons why we've had the couple of promotions on the spin and sitting 10th in League One, because I know there's more areas of improvement in the game and the characters they are.
On the back of your announcement last week, 1 or 2 players could leave the club. Have you had any interest at all in any of your players yet, or has it been quiet?
I have plenty of interest in my players. I've got good players at the football club, so we'll see what develops over there. As I say, you know, for me, that I made that message is to give the lads the best possible chance to get themselves fixed up, because they won't be offered a new contract at the end of the year. And that I will be looking to bring in some fresh bodies. So we'll see what develops. Things can change quickly in football.
Swindon Town, are they Rovers' biggest rivals, if that makes sense, from a fan's point of view, because of the location and some of the games you've had with them recently?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's a good derby game, isn't it? They're a team, you know, they had a fantastic win at Bolton the other week. And it just typifies the division, really, to be honest with you. The bottom can beat the top, and games are very competitive, and There's not a lot in the football matches. A lot of games are won on the fine margins of what football's becoming now just lately. So we expect a tough game against a very good footballing team. So, but I'm sure our fans will be behind us in numbers, and really, not necessarily the away form just recently, but certainly they'll be enjoying the season that we're 10th in League One and looking to build as high as we can after a couple of promotions.
And how do you reflect on Charlie Colquitt's loan spell at Bristol Rovers as he returns to the Mem?
Great kid, lovely lad, great footballer. Do you know what I mean? Boy's still in a learning curve, which it is for a lot of the younger boys that are coming out to play competitive football. I'm sure he'll have a bright future in the game. So now we wish him well after Saturday, of course.
Thank you.